All right. Good morning, everyone. Let's pretty much just talk about the culminating assignment. So we're not going to wait for people to show up. When people show up, they'll show up. I want to focus on talking about the culminating assignment, and that's actually going to be posted on Google Classroom right now. It's scheduled for 11 a.m., so it should be posted very soon. But let's kind of go through what it is. So I'm hoping to see. Okay, good. So you have your culminating assignment here, right? So this will be posted online on Google Classroom. So the idea here with your culminating assignment is that you are going to be completing this by either printing it or copying down the questions if you don't have a printer. And you will answer the questions, you'll take a picture of your answers, and then you're going to upload it onto Google Classroom. So that's the general idea. And now there's a couple issues that I have with this. Okay. So a couple issues that I have with this is that we are one whole chapter behind, which means some of these questions here, you might not be certain what they mean just yet. You're like, I don't know what this is. Like, how are we supposed to answer these questions? And so that's kind of why we are pushing through and trying to solve these questions as soon, or go through these chapters as soon as possible. So yeah, so that's the idea. We're trying to make sure that we learn everything, and the questions you might not know, hopefully I can answer, but we still do have to complete chapter 7 and 8. So solve as much as you can, and this has a soft deadline of next Wednesday, but it will have a hard deadline 2 weeks from now, which is June 17th. Okay, so there's no particular rush yet. You should get started on it. I think it would be good to start as soon as possible. But this is part 1. Part 2 is going to be a math space assignment. Miss A has actually created one. And so since Miss A has created one, I'm just going to be altering it so that it has less chapter 7 and 8 questions. And we're going to be focusing more on everything from chapters 1 to 6. That's going to kind of be the math space assignment, and that will be assigned next Wednesday. Okay. So yeah, that's the culminating. It should be posted soon with these instructions as well. So please keep that in mind. But anyways, other than that, are there any other questions? So it's just office hours. You don't have to stay if you don't want to. Once again, it's just, that's the culminating. If you have any questions on the culminating, you have time to ask now. If you have any questions about the work that we've done before, you can ask as well. If you don't, that's fine. You can go off. You can continue working on whatever you need to. But otherwise, yeah, that's it. So if you don't have any questions, you can now leave. If you do have any questions, please stay and ask me, and I will try to answer them as best as possible. So for those who just tuned in, I just explained what the culminating is. You're just printing out the PDF that has just been posted on Google Classroom, and you're going to be working on that, taking a picture of your work and uploading onto the assignment so I can mark it, essentially, is what we're going to be working on. But if there are no other questions, I'll wait until 11:10. If anyone has any questions, please ask. If there's no questions by 11:10, I'm just going to be closing the stream, and you guys can go do whatever homework or other classes that you want to focus on. And then we'll meet again tomorrow at 11 a.m. for class. No other questions? If you don't have any other questions, please feel free. I feel like 6 of you are just watching my face right now. If you don't have any other questions, you can just close the stream and you can head off on your merry way. Otherwise, I guess you can stay and watch my face for the next 4 minutes. I'm okay with that too. Alright, just 2 more minutes. If no one has any questions, we're just going to end the stream early. And that's it. I did notice that some people were unable to access Math Space. If you were unable to access Math Space like the previous assignments, and that's what I mean, there's not much you can really do about it. I think it was because Miss Lifshitz set a deadline for like before, like May. It was like mid-May, and so even though I extended the deadline, I think MathSpace assumes that the assignment was handed in and it's over. So extending the deadline didn't do anything. So I'm curious as to why that's the case. But if you can't see the MathSpace assignment, I'm sorry, I can't really do much to fix it right now. I don't want to reassign the questions to everyone who wants to try, because it's just not going to work. So I'll just take the marks that are currently in, and then we'll have to just go from there. You're not going to get a 0 if you didn't do it, but there's not much else I can really do to fix that on my end, at least. Okay. So it's 11:09, and no one has asked any questions on Google, the Google Classroom, or by email, or in the chat. So I'm just gonna end it here. So hopefully you guys have a good rest of the day. Thank you for tuning in to hear the explanation of the culminating assignment. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. New lesson. So be prepared. Bye.